So there are lots of iPhones you can go ahead and purchase right now, but there's one specific iPhone, which is the iPhone 10, that every time I look at this device and I just keep messing with it, I keep thinking to myself that this is not a normal iPhone. This iPhone has the potential of lasting many more years, possibly even on top of when it's fully unsupported. Now, one thing I want to mention is with iOS 16. Apple has severely limited the amount of features on iOS 16, but that is still hasn't shocked me with how good this iPhone still is in that capability. I have been getting amazing battery life on my iPhone 10 on iOS 16, which has been really weird. It's been getting better and better with each iteration, so that is really cool. All my other iPhones, for the most part, except my iPhone 10R, has also been in that same state. But the strangest thing is that there's a feature within iOS 16 Beta 5 that Apple's kind of showcased to us that they don't really care too much about these cheap iPhones that they made, but they still care about some of these older flagships like the iPhone 10. Now, in iOS 16 Beta 5, we have the ability of actually seeing our battery percentage on the top right corner within our status bar. So it's very interesting because they didn't mention this ever before. I feel like they could have actually brought this over in the iOS 16 keynote, but you can see on the top right corner there, we have our battery percentage. And right here, we do have the ability of showcasing our battery percentage right there. You can toggle it on, you can toggle it off however way you want to. I don't know what just happened there, but this is really, really cool because even though an iPhone 10 came out in 2017, Apple ported over a feature to this iPhone that some other newer iPhones didn't even get, which that is what freaks me out. It's a good and a bad thing. So if we take a look at like an iPhone 11, this iPhone feature did not come over to the iPhone 11, but it did get brought over to a phone that is 2 years older than it. So that is another thing that kind of freaked me out, but it is also kind of a good thing for the iPhone 10. I want to also add, when you look at this iPhone and you just think about the future, what iPhones are going to look like, I think Apple did such a good job with this device that they are kind of in a strange situation where like they could go ahead and keep supporting, these older iPhones, keep doing whatever, but they know if they go ahead and support these devices, they're going to be in a strange situation where people are going to keep picking up these old iPhones like these ones, and there's no point in picking up a new one like the Pro models. So I think Apple is going to do everything in their power to make sure these types of devices probably end a little bit earlier than expected. I feel like this one may end off possibly with iOS 17, maybe even with iOS 16, who knows? But that's the sad thing, and that's why this iPhone isn't really like a normal iPhone. Like when you look at the iPhone, 11, iPhone 12, iPhone 13, there's not an iPhone in that whole entire area where I'm like, oh, like, it's a really big upgrade and, this thing was monumental. Maybe the 11 Pro and 13 Pro, but when I look at this one, this is pretty much what started off a huge domino effect. And I think when I look at this one and the impact it had, it's crazy. But also because this one is still one of the oldest, most impactful iPhones Apple has ever made, I feel like there's a chance where Apple may end up possibly ending this thing off early. And this iPhone is in a very interesting spot because it's very cheap to pick up and you can probably buy these things all over the place. But Apple, I think, is going to do a lot in their power to make sure these iPhones feel a lot older than they probably are and probably will end support a little bit earlier. So I guess we'll wait and see what happens, but that kind of covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.